Welcome to Cyber Explore, your go-to channel for reliable tech insights and cyber trends. Have you ever been scammed on a dating app? Watch this video to see if it sounds familiar, then tell us what happened to you in the comments. Dating app romance scams and the rise of pig butchering. The digitalization of intimacy has transformed how people form romantic relationships. Dating applications and social media platforms have become central to modern courtship, offering users unprecedented access to potential partners across geographic and cultural boundaries. While these technologies have facilitated genuine connections, they have also created fertile ground for new forms of fraud. Among the most damaging and sophisticated of these are dating app romance scams, particularly a subtype commonly referred to as pig butchering. These scams combine emotional manipulation with long-term financial exploitation, resulting in severe economic and psychological harm to victims worldwide. Understanding how these scams operate, why they are effective, and what challenges they pose to individuals and institutions is essential in addressing a rapidly growing form of cyber-enabled crime. Defining romance scams and pig butchering. Romance scams are fraudulent schemes in which criminals establish fake romantic relationships with victims in order to extract money, assets, or sensitive information. Traditionally, such scams involved fabricated emergencies, requests for financial help, or promises of future meetings that never materialized. While these methods remain common, recent years have seen the emergence of far more complex operations. Pig butchering, a term translated from Chinese criminal slang, refers to a long-con investment strategy in which victims are fattened up emotionally and psychologically before being financially exploited. Unlike quick-hit scams, pig butchering schemes can last months or even years. Scammers build trust through daily communication, expressions of affection, and the illusion of a committed relationship. Only after a strong emotional bond is formed do they introduce investment opportunities, often involving cryptocurrencies, foreign exchange trading, or fake financial platforms. This hybridization of romance and investment fraud marks a significant evolution in online scamming. The emotional intimacy of dating apps provides an ideal environment for trust building, while the technical complexity of modern financial products makes deception easier and detection harder. The role of dating apps and social media dating apps play a central role in the success of romance scams. These platforms are designed to encourage openness, emotional vulnerability, and rapid trust formation. Users often share personal details, photographs, and life experiences early in conversations, creating rich material for scammers to exploit. Algorithms that prioritize engagement over verification can inadvertently amplify exposure to fraudulent profiles. Scammers typically present themselves as attractive, successful, and emotionally available individuals. Common personas include professionals working abroad, widowed parents, or entrepreneurs involved in international business. These narratives conveniently explain why in-person meetings are delayed while reinforcing the illusion of legitimacy and sophistication. Once contact is established, scammers frequently move conversations off-platform to encrypted messaging apps. This transition reduces the likelihood of detection by platform moderation systems and increases the victim's sense of exclusivity. Over time, communication becomes emotionally intense, with scammers offering constant attention, affection, and validation, powerful tools for psychological manipulation. Psychological manipulation and emotional exploitation. The effectiveness of romance scams lies not in technical sophistication alone, but in their exploitation of fundamental human emotions. Loneliness, desire for connection, and trust are universal vulnerabilities. Pig butchering scams are particularly insidious because they mirror the dynamics of genuine romantic relationships, making it difficult for victims to recognize deception. Scammers use techniques such as mirroring interests, expressing long-term commitment, and engaging in future planning. Victims may be encouraged to imagine shared lives, marriages, or financial independence together. This emotional investment creates powerful cognitive biases, including confirmation bias and emotional sunk cost fallacy, which make victims more likely to ignore warning signs. When financial requests are introduced, they are often framed as opportunities rather than pleas. Victims are told they are being invited into an exclusive investment strategy or guided by a partner who wants to build a future together. Losses are explained away as temporary setbacks, encouraging victims to invest more in order to recover earlier losses. This cycle can continue until the victim's resources are exhausted. Financial and social consequences for victims. The consequences of dating app romance scams are devastating. Financial losses can range from thousands to millions of dollars, with victims often draining savings, selling property, or taking on debt. Unlike traditional theft, these losses are frequently unrecoverable due to the use of cryptocurrency, offshore accounts, and fake trading platforms. Beyond financial harm, victims experience significant psychological distress. Feelings of shame, betrayal, and self-blame are common, often compounded by social stigma. Many victims hesitate to report scams to authorities or disclose them to friends and family, fearing judgment or disbelief. This isolation can exacerbate mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. The emotional impact is particularly severe because victims are not only mourning financial loss, but also the perceived loss of a meaningful relationship. The realization that intimacy and affection were fabricated can be deeply traumatic, leading some victims to withdraw from future relationships or online interactions altogether. Organized crime and global networks romance scams, especially pig butchering operations, are rarely the work of isolated individuals. Increasingly, they are linked to transnational criminal networks that operate scam compounds, particularly in parts of Southeast Asia. These organizations use sophisticated infrastructure, including scripted conversations, fake trading platforms, and teams dedicated to psychological profiling. In some cases, individuals conducting scams are themselves victims of human trafficking, coerced into fraudulent labor under threat or abuse. This adds another layer of ethical and legal complexity, blurring the line between perpetrator and victim within scam operations. Law enforcement agencies such as the Federal Bureau of Investigation have repeatedly warned about the scale and growth of romance investment scams, identifying them as one of the most financially damaging forms of cybercrime. However, cross-border jurisdictional issues and the anonymity of digital finance significantly hinder enforcement efforts. Technological enablers. Technology both enables and obscures romance scams. Artificial intelligence is increasingly used to generate realistic profiles, automate conversations, and translate messages across languages. Deepfake images and stolen photographs enhance credibility, while fake investment dashboards simulate real-time profits to lure victims into deeper involvement. Cryptocurrencies play a particularly important role in pig butchering schemes. Their decentralized nature, perceived legitimacy, and complexity make them ideal tools for fraud. Victims may have limited understanding of blockchain technology, making it easier for scammers to fabricate explanations and manipulate transactions. The rapid pace of technological innovation presents ongoing challenges for detection and regulation. Platforms struggle to balance user privacy with fraud prevention, while scammers adapt quickly to new safeguards. Challenges in prevention and regulation. Preventing dating app romance scams requires coordination across multiple sectors, including technology companies, financial institutions, and law enforcement. Dating platforms face pressure to improve identity verification, monitor suspicious behavior, and educate users without undermining user experience or privacy. Financial institutions and cryptocurrency exchanges are increasingly tasked with identifying suspicious transactions. Yet distinguishing scams from legitimate investment activity is not always straightforward. Victims often authorize transactions themselves, complicating reimbursement and legal recourse. Public awareness campaigns play a critical role, but they face limitations. Many victims believe they are too intelligent or cautious to be scammed, a misconception that pig butchering schemes actively exploit. Effective prevention must therefore focus not only on warning signs, but also on normalizing discussions of vulnerability and deception. Let me conclude with this. Dating app romance scams and pig butchering schemes represent a dangerous convergence of emotional manipulation and financial exploitation. By leveraging the intimacy of digital relationships and the opacity of modern financial systems, scammers inflict profound harm on individuals and undermine trust in online platforms. These crimes are not merely technological problems, but deeply human ones, rooted in emotional needs and social dynamics. As online dating continues to shape modern relationships, Addressing romance scams requires a multifaceted response. Stronger platform accountability, improved financial oversight, international cooperation, and compassionate victim support are all essential components. Most importantly, society must recognize that falling victim to such scams is not a failure of intelligence or character, but a consequence of carefully engineered deception. Only by understanding the full scope and complexity of these schemes can meaningful progress be made in combating one of the most damaging forms of digital fraud in the modern era. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to Cyber Explore for more updates. See you in the next video.